Welcome back to FM Storey. In the last episode, we began Season 12 and our first season in our new ground, and things have gone pretty well. We are top of the table, level on points with Celtic, but they've played a game more. We're the only undefeated team in the league, and this episode is going to get underway with a trip to Celtic in an important game in the league. So without further ado, let's get into the action. So as we said, we're starting with a trip away to Celtic. We do have an injury issue. Fiat picked up a knock on international duty, but should be fit enough to play. Dusink got injured on international duty, so Hubenov's coming to the starting lineup to replace him. And we're going to still keep Kerr from the left-hand side and see if that can make a difference. Right, early free kick, Kerr swings it in. We've got a head on it. It just drifts wide from Goulis. Right, goal kick for them. They've gone short. And then played it up towards the winger. They got the ball, but we've nicked it back in the midfield. Hubenov dwelled on it too long, and he's lost out to home. Livumbo looking for Domina through the middle. Great touch and finish, but I mean, it looked offside when Livumbo played the ball through. And it has been disallowed. So Domino ended up being well offside. I mean, it's a great touch on the head and then volley past the keeper, but thankfully the linesman had his flag up. Free kick for them, hits the bar. Cochise gets his head on it, it's still alive. Medina comes and claims it. We've definitely not been at our best in this first half. A corner for them, Livumbo to take it. Swings it in. It's gone up in the air. It's still alive for them. Domino on the edge of the box. Medina makes a good save and holds on to it as well. Medina goes long. And then they've gone back to their goalkeeper. And now they're attacking down their right-hand side. Livumbo into the middle of the pitch to home in space. Dudu came to try and nick it. Reina got past him. And luckily, Medina managed to turn it behind for a corner. Another in-swinger. We've got a head on it. It's still alive though. Half-time, and I think we're probably pretty lucky to go in level. They've certainly been the better team. They've had the better chances. And we need to be much, much better in the second half. Right, we've sent the same team out to start the second half, give them a chance to get into the game before we make any changes. Right, a throw in for them deep in our half. It's going to be a long throw from Perez. Looks for Reina in the edge of the box, lifts it towards the back post. Skamaka, who's just come on as a sub, heads home. I think he's probably onside, but we'll get a VAR review. And obviously, since we've seen a replay, it's been given. Just lifts it up, and he's the only one that reacted. And now we've got our backs against the wall here. Well, onside. Right, free kick for them. Space, plenty of space in the middle of the pitch for them. Skamaka goes back to the full back. And we're just not getting anywhere near them, really. Skamaka's through. And luckily Medina makes a save. We are struggling here. It's headed up in the air, and again it's still alive, but it's been headed clear now, but only as far as their defender. Right, we've tried to switch things up to try and get back into the game. Martinez with a throw, finds Gundoz. Mendes tries to force it into the box. And then loses out on a tackle there. They've gone back to the keeper. And it's forced them to go long. It's intercepted by Mendes. Nuevo to Gundoz. Into Nuevo in the box. If that's a penalty, it's the softest penalty I've seen. I don't think it's going to be a penalty though. It's been given. Wow. Wow. Are we back into the game here? Skipper to step up to take it. Keeper saves it, and we can't put the cross in. This is just really not our game at all today. Right, deep into injury time, a free kick for them. A ball over the top to Domina, who squares it. Skamaka heads home. Seals the victory, and this is undoubtedly our worst performance of the season, even worse than the 3-0 defeat in the Champions League against Barcelona, because at least then we had the excuse of being out of 10 men. This one, just absolutely not at the races at all. And we may need to change some things up here. This just was completely unacceptable. The positive is we've got a game in hand on them, so that if we do win that game in hand, we go level on points with them. But it's not a good sign for the rest of the season, a performance as bad as that. We've made it to the end of November. We've got a Champions League game coming up against Newcastle, and basically since that game against Celtic, our form has fallen off a cliff. We initially did quite well. We won 3-1 away at Hearts in the League Cup quarter-final. We beat Aberdeen away from home in the league, and then we went away to HJK in the Champions League and got a comfortable victory. And followed that up with a comfortable victory at home, 6-2 against St Mirren, at which point you think the Celtic game was just a blip and everything's going fine. We then lost 3-1 away at Livingston. We won 2-0 away at Dunfermline, but then lost 5-4 with a 95th minute winner away at Juventus. We lost 3-2 at Rangers, having been 1-0 and 2-1 up in that game. We then lost in the Scottish Cup semi-final, Scottish Cup League, and then we lost 2-0 in the Scottish League Cup semi-final against Dunfermline, having had yet another player sent off. And then in our most recent league game, we beat Hearts 3-1. So things are not going particularly well. In the league, we're currently sat in third. We're a point behind Hibs, 2 points behind Rangers. They've both got a game in hand on us. We are ahead of Celtic, 3 points ahead of Celtic. Cochise has still continued on the form with that average rating, having the most assists in the league this season. But obviously, those 3 defeats in the league, now our form's just dropped off a cliff. We need to put some results back together. Champions League wise, we've now won 2, lost 2. So this game against Newcastle is going to be a big one, especially given that they're a point ahead of us in the league phase as well. So we could do with getting a victory in this to just secure that, but also just to make it look like we've ended this bad run of form as well. But luckily, going into this game, we don't seem to have any injuries or any serious injuries. We've not got any players suspended for this game either, so we should be able to put out as strong a team as we can, and then hopefully we can come away with something from this game. Well, as we said, we've got a full-strength side available, or certainly the starting 11 available for this game. Obviously, it's going to be a pretty tough game, but hopefully we can come away with at least a point from this game. So we're going in with that 4-3-3 with a flat 3. They're going in with a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder in there. And that is exactly what we didn't want. Early injury forcing a change in the centre of defence. So not much happening early on in this game. The one thing I would say is we're getting more into the game so far, but the first 10 minutes or so we were well below 40% possession, and now we're losing it again. Right, Medina goes long with the goal kick. Nuevo picks up the loose ball to Cochise. Dudu back to San Martin. Across to Rackler. He's got space to move into. Looks for Kerr He's now chasing down the defender, who goes across to the keeper. It's a really strange pass from the keeper. Cochise intercepted it. Casanova turns and fires. And that is more like what we're looking to see. 1-0 up. Kerr and Gomez sort of came together. Gomez goes back for it, plays it across to the keeper, who just picks out Cochise. Because of where Gomez was, Casanova was onside, and he slots it past the keeper for 1-0 up. Considering they're the home team, they don't seem to have done an awful lot of attacking. That's their first shot of the game after 37 minutes, despite the fact that they've had all that possession as well. Right, a throw in for them. They're attacking down that right-hand side. They've gone back to the keeper again. This time he goes out short to Botman. Looks for the ball over the top. Rackler gets his head to it. Goulis is tucked around and it goes straight to Ferran. And Ferran Torres couldn't score there. He should probably have done better given the space he had. And there we are, half-time, 1-0 up. Much better performance than we've been putting in recent weeks. We just need to keep it up, maybe nick another one. They've come into the game more as the half's gone on. But hopefully we can keep it together. Right, things are going well, so we sent the same team out that ended the first half. Right, they've got the ball in our half. Worked an opportunity, it's into the box. Ball across, pull back to the edge of the box. Medina gets down well to turn it behind, but it's been given offside. Right, they've got the ball at the back into the midfield. They've given it away. Nuevo looking for Kerr, who's easily beaten in the air. But Dusink gets back to win it back. Now Goulis down this left-hand side. Plays it down the line to Kerr, who's now in space. Trying to cut in. Dusink wins it back. Nuevo pushing the edge of the box. And just can't keep it down. Right, they've got a free kick. Martin to take it. Whips it towards goal over the top. And hopefully we can hang on. We've got less than 10 minutes left here. Right, Kosic goes back out to Goulis, who overruns it, and now they're attacking. Ferran Torres is attacking in that space he's left. The midfielder had come across. We've shuffled all the way across. It's come out to that left-hand side. We basically, everyone shuffled across to cover the gap that Goulis had left behind, and then left Mikey Moore in acres of space on that left-hand side. There's no one anywhere near him. Takes a touch, fires it across the keeper, and just we've shot ourselves in the foot there. Right now they're attacking. Well, they're looking for a winner, and we're basically trying to hold on. Basaure into San Martin. Nuevo tries to go down the line and loses out. And now they're attacking again. They're in behind Goulis, Ferran Torres. And I think the time has come, based on this run of form we've had, that we might need to switch up the way we're playing, because we are just shipping goals that we weren't shipping at any point in the last 3 seasons. And we've become relatively easy to play against, I think. And there we are, full time. Not the result we were looking for at all. And we are now in serious danger of not making it out of the league phase of the Champions League. Yeah, we are in the doldrums. And there we are at the end of another episode, and really we are struggling results-wise for the first time in many a season. We've certainly never been in this bad a run of form in the last 3 seasons where we've won the league title. And we really need to snap out of it if we're going to have a chance of retaining that league title again. Join us next time to see if we have to resort to changing the tactic to get our mojo back. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.